everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Laurie from Cook Scrap Craft, and today's process video is for the November Challenge Yourself design team. And the theme is Home for the Holidays. So I kind of took this in a different direction, and I will explain to you why I had the Scrapbook and Cards Today magazine there in just a second. But I took a different approach with this because I don't actually have holiday, when you think holiday, home for the holidays, you probably think Thanksgiving or Christmas, something like that. So I didn't actually have anything that I felt would fit, any photos that I felt would fit. And I actually, I'd been wanting to use these 4th of July papers that I had in my stash for a couple months, and I've just been waiting for the right opportunity to use them. So I had this photo of my daughter and I that I took on the 4th of July, and I thought, why not make this like a twist on Home for the Holidays and document how we stayed home on the 4th of July because of coronavirus. So that's what I did for this layout. That is my take on the Home for the Holidays theme. So we'd love for you to come check out the Challenge Yourself blog and see what the rest of the design team members have done, and then also enter your own layout in this month's challenge because we'd love to see what you can do with it. And of course, there's always a prize up for grabs, so don't forget about that cool incentive. So what I was doing, what you've been watching me do, was making some circles. And I was inspired by a layout in the summer issue, I think it was the summer issue, of Scrapbook and Cards Today magazine, where it was like you take paper scraps and you make them into a circle, almost like you're doing a cut file, backing a cut file. So I made circles out of just white cardstock using, I think I either used my Spellbinders die cut machine or my Creative Memories circle cutter system, because I needed to cut the circle and then I needed to cut the center out of the circle. And that was quite time consuming, to be quite honest with you. And then I needed to find scraps of paper that kind of went together from my scrap bin, and I had to glue them behind the frame, the circle frame, I guess is what I made, and in a way that looked good. And what I did was I just took the paper, and some of the little scraps of paper are circles, but most of them are just the paper scraps. I think what the magazine actually suggested doing was cutting your paper scraps into circles and then turning the circles into the circle embellishments, if that makes sense. But really, you can do it however way you want to do it. And I just did it the way I was doing it because yeah, that it just kind of worked. I don't mind the way, I like the way it looks. And I like that there are especially when you get like 3 of the pattern papers in one circle, it looks kind of cool. And again, it's just a great way to use up some scraps. So I was really glad that I got that inspiration from the magazine. Of course, it did take me a while to figure out how I wanted to place the circles, because I didn't have as many as the original layout that I had looked at had. I was just trying to figure out the best placement. I wanted to have 2 photos. Well, mainly I had 2 photos because I accidentally printed it out in black and white instead of color the first time I printed it. And then I was like, oh, okay, but I'm going to use that because I don't want to waste printer ink. So yeah, I printed that one out myself just so that I could have it ready to go for this layout, and I didn't have to wait for it to be shipped to me, because I wanted to get this done. So a lot of what I'm using is 4th of July stuff. There's some simple stories from the summer collection. I cannot remember the name of that. I think the American Made thing that I cut out might also have been simple stories as well. And I also used a sticker banner there from the Bella Boulevard Squeeze the Day collection. And the background paper is actually just from a Recollections paper pad that I got at Michael's. I have just a few more sheets of paper left in it. And this one, because it had the red and sort of like a creamy color, it's not super white, but because it had that color scheme, and I liked the chevron background, but I figured that would be pretty good for a 4th of July layout, because 4th of July is all about the red, white, and blue. So I usually don't use the same photo twice on a layout, so this was kind of different for me. But like I said, I had a little snafu with printing the photo out, and I wanted to use it, and I thought, well, you know what? let's just do it. Let's just do it both ways because it kind of looks cool too, you know? I don't know what you guys do when you are scrapbooking layouts, if you've ever done the same photo twice, or, you know, if you only prefer to have one photo just the once, or if you print your photos out at home yourself, or if you prefer to have them printed somewhere else. I will print them out myself on my home printer only if it's a photo that I need right away, but for the most part, I always have my photos printed somewhere else. And now I'm just putting some foam squares on the back of the color photo because I want to create a little bit of difference. I know they're the same photo and there is some difference because one's black and white and one's color, but I just felt like let's add some dimension and let's really make the color photo stand out since that was the one that I originally wanted. And here I'm just trying to figure out where to put some of those cool Simple Stories embellishments. I have so many embellishments at my desk, so everything is within easy reach, and I just sometimes will go through and see what I can find and what might fit based on the layout that I'm working on. So there's some LU Studios chipboard pieces that were from a summer collection. So I added in a little sun, which I liked because the sun is also a circle and behind the photos are circles. So as I put that sun down, I went, you know what? I should look for other, excuse me, I should look for other circle embellishments because that would really help bring, you know, the circle theme and playing up the circles a little bit more. And just filling in some of it felt like to me there were a few like blank spaces around the photo where there just needed to be a little bit something extra. So that's kind of what you see me looking for here. I'm just looking for anything that might be a circle shape. Those are Cartabella Oh Happy Day die cut pieces, which are really cute. They have kind of a summery vibe as well. And I was looking for something in particular. There was a circle strawberry in that collection. And I'm like, where is it? Where is it? I know that I have it. And I guess I used it on a different layout because I didn't have it anymore. So yeah, I wasn't able to use that, but I did use it was actually like an oval hat shape. And then I added an extra little phrase down at the bottom where it says American made. And I really like those banners. Those are also the Cartabella. I was trying to think like, do I do something with them or not? And ultimately I don't, although as I was looking at this now, if I had maybe like fanned them out a little bit, like overlapped and fanned them out, I might have actually liked that at the top. But alas, I did not do that. So again, I'm just looking for more embellishments that I can put down so I have some spot for journaling. You can see I moved the circle with the swimsuit on it over underneath the color photo. That was one of the spots where I thought it just needed a little something extra. There was too much like space between the photo and the circle, so I just wanted to kind of fill it in a little bit, and now I'm filling in a couple of extra spaces with some of the Bella Boulevard Squeeze the Day stickers. I did find a strawberry, so yay for that. Yay for other collections having what I need. And I pretty much done here. Now I'm just adhering things. Those two journal spots are going to be where I add my journaling, obviously. And as you have seen, I kind of like put things down and then I adhere them because I like to make sure that I have everything where I want it, and then I will go back and add in the adhesive, doing my best to not move anything. And sorry for the shaking there. That was me putting that sticker sheet back into my desk organizer, and I guess it shook the camera stand. All right, so one of the last things I do is add in some enamel dots, which are what shape? Circles. So again, I'm just playing up kind of the whole circle thing, and I'm filling in a few more gaps just to make it look a little bit fuller behind the photos. So the enamel dots that I used were from, I think, the Simple Stories April strings. I always say April. It's apron strings. I cannot say that right. And then also the Simple Stories I Am collection. So again, a mishmash of different collections and manufacturers, but it's always fun when you can do that and make things kind of go together and work. So I really have been enjoying using enamel dots lately because they come in different sizes and they're not messy like Nuvo drops, which I also love. But anyway, So that is that. I am going to have some close-ups so you can see more in depth about what this layout is all about. And then links to the Challenge Yourself blog will be below so that you can come and participate in this month's challenge and get some other fresh inspiration from the design team. And we'd love to see what you guys do. We always make an effort to visit everyone's blogs or Instagrams or what have you and comment and tell you how lovely your page is. So good luck to everyone. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Happy scrapping.